me, it was a really very big crisis, because I have two waves of crisis. I have the first one when quarantine become in Italy, and the second one when quarantine becomes Russia, because I have my family in Russia, and everybody was shocked, and everybody called me in every 15 minutes and ask, Kseniia, are you alive? Are you, what about your healthy? What we need to do, what we need to know, and something else. And after that, a lot of my friends called to me and asked me the same things. And after that, I'm started to type topics on Instagram, on Facebook, because when I get the questions, I just send a link for my posts, because it's not interesting to speak about one topic every day, every hour, and I need more topics to discuss. But who am I? Today, I'm a volunteer in HM because of Sarah, Linda, Alessia, and a lot of people who I'm glad to meet. I studied in Russian University, psychology. I'm studied in University of Gestalt. I'm studied in Denmark and German coaching school, and I'm working with a large number of stress resistance people and in marketing. Why I show marketing too? Because it's a kind of manipulation our consciousness, and when we understand what's going on, it's more simple to be okay in this situation. What's going on now in the world? Everything is changed, everything in all the world. When I prepared this presentation, it was actual that in Friday, President of Italy announcing that he needs a new commission of social change. But today, Trump said that he didn't want to pay money for World Health Organization. It was today. People, world changed every time, every hour, and when the people who are leaders of countries, who are very big people for our society, said that that world will never like in the past, I think we need to hear about it and think what I can do for myself to be in comfort. Maybe not in comfort like the same time, but in a little comfort. How make it easy for me? And I'm read a lot of news. At some, it's very difficult to understanding because it's like a TV show, it's like a bad TV show. But a lot of people read it every day, every hour, because they are in this situation. And what can I do for myself in this situation to help myself? I need to analyze condition, in which situation now I stay. I need to understand the reasons of my conditions to be useful for myself. And I need to use technology which are comfortable for my behavior, for my lifestyle, for my feelings.
Can we make a screenshot, or will you send us this presentation after?
Sorry, Ksusha. We created a folder and we are putting there all the presentation of this kind of talks that we're doing. So we're gonna send you the link and you can find everything there.
Super, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, it's so pleasure when you ask. Today I want to affirm, to take as axiom that these changes is forever. Is not something like a wicked discomfort. Is not something like cold when you can stay for 1 week at home. It's not something like bad shoes which you can put off and forget about it. No, I want to refer you understand that it's forever. Why I think like this? Because perhaps the changes will be more and more even intensive. And if we are ready, it's more simple. If we are not ready, it's a one crisis small, one crisis small, one crisis small, like a circle. This is in any case for a long time. In the best way, it's 1 year. In the bad version, it's maybe 4 years or 5 years, because now all of levels of our society of our community crashed. Okay, and will it's like evolution. So is it clear? Will is it's have a limited, it's a final resource. When you are going on with the wheel, you can if you can go with the wheel, you can move on it's for a week or for a month. But if you live on only on the wheel for a year, it's like a crash test for a psychic, for the body, and energy, and will be finished, and you become depression, on illness, on something more. And I think that today, live and changed, it's the main human skill topic. Not like a soft skills, not like a hard skills. It's another way of lifestyle, because we need to say goodbye our previous life, and not hope to catch it for today. No. Just say bye. It's maybe very difficult. Maybe someone will cry for a week because it's like a big losing. But we need to do it today for a week, and not in the year like a depression. I think it's work like this. Is it clear? Do you have some question or not? Okay. And I think that changes is important and integral part of our life. And today, the activities of changes in our life will be more and more and more and more. And if we find the keys to integral our resource states, we become allowed to feel good and easily and fast entering to resource states. And how cases of discomfort, I want to show you two. This is anxiety and fears. Not about depressiveness, because when you have this kind of situation, someone needs to go to the doctor. It's not for very simple practice. And anxiety, it's more simple, but it's maybe very noisy, because it's maybe a lot of kinds of little anxieties, and they make catch a lot of energy, a lot of powers, and a lot of our minds. because it's like a little ding, 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 ding for all the sides. Fears, they are most complicated, the most bigger, but it's more simple to manage. Because if you have one fears, you in one time can get one list of paper, one pen, and work with it. Anxieties, it's more noisy. Okay, and anxieties became the first, and how it became. Someone have information anxiety now or not? Because my illusion that we have enough time to lose it. I think that it's maybe not actual now or not. It is actual now or not? Okay. Are you hear me? I'm not
yes,
here.
Yes, we hear you. We all have a muted mic. Yeah.
I'm thinking about it.
When our brain have not enough clear information, he want to find it. And our brain want to find it in our more comfortable zone. For example, if I'm using Instagram every day, every hour, I want to get my comfortable information from Instagram. I don't want to go to the very secret medical website and read a lot. No, I want to get it in my comfortable zone, because my brain work in this way, and everybody brain work in this way. And we have a lot of just distraction information. And the first time we need to be critical. We need to be critical, and we need to get a smallest information that we can. Because if someone very, very serious will happen, your mother call you and say, come on, today we have very serious situation, you will know about it. But if you read a lot every time, every day, you can be nervous. You can have a lot of non-presentation for you, different things. Several times I read the information in the news. It was really horrified because it seems like someone have a lot of jokes, because it's very different and it's not whole, and it's our brain to want to have a big picture. One clear big picture, and we need to be critical about our critical mind and ask, does this person have experts' opinions? Is this information from official source or not? Who paid to this official source maybe? If you're not sure that you need this kind of information, just stop reading it. It's not interesting, it's not positive, it's not healthy for in the first day of quarantine. We became known that we need a face masks and a distance, and we need to stay at home. From that time nothing changed, but till 1 month everybody read the news. It's you can't be normal. You need to become crazy in this situation. Okay. The second things, it's I think you know it's a Maslow pyramid, but today we look at only for two starts levels. It's physiological levels, physiological needs, and safety needs. We will not go on. In many countries now, good panic. I'm happy that in Italy we have not it. We have no it. We have gelato and pizza and wine and everything you need, everything I need. It's understanding why people so nervous. But we have very, very bad situation in safety needs. For example, in security level, because, for example, freedom. Our consciousness work in the, not like our brain. And freedom is the main elements of the category of needs, and physical freedom the same, because the person who need to be able to move from some attack or something else, he need to be freedom to move freely wherever he wants, and it's any given time. But when we have not this freedom, it's like a catch our opinion. We didn't think about it step by step, but our consciousness give us to be like in opposition, because who knows, maybe tiger, and we can't run over. And about legal, this is the kind of safety needs, because for example, you can't to go to the restaurant to have a dinner, you can't to go aboard, and something else is about safety needs. And it's like I can lose these words.
Don't be stressed. I mean, we are here, we are a family, we are here like friends, and we are don't worry.
Thank you. Too much people. And yes, and the first, when we need to understand today, and that changes maybe, and maybe for someone all living standards changed our health, because we have no for example, I have no walking last in the past. Our mental and physical health too, because no connection person by person with a lot of people, touches, not some people who ask me, oh girl, how I can to go to the library, I don't know. We have not to kind of connections that we need because of behavior. We have it for a long time, maybe whole life, and now it stopped. It's the new, we have not a lot of smells that we had before, and it's like a dangerous for our brain. He don't understand why, what happened. Everybody have some changes with finance, and someone growing up now very, very quickly, and someone fall down, but it's the changes too. And relationships. Nobody have this situation before in their family, in their teams, in their business, in their friends, nobody. And our mind crashed. And if in this situation you have no power to wash the plate, it's normal. It's normal because mind crashed, and you don't need to be a superhero. If you need to cry, you need to cry and ask what I can do today for myself to be safe. Because when I say see in Instagram, and all bloggers in the world study Chinese, get their work out, have a lot of beauty procedure. Come on, I'm not believe, because it's the shortest way to crush your mind. It's not normal when everything changed to be okay, and to give a lot of work to your mind more. And what we need to understand today, that stability, it's the famous, the most funny word of modernity. We have not any stability, and before we have illusion of stability, and our brain was in a comfortable zone. He thought, oh, I have stability, it's okay, but we have not stability ever. It was just illusion, but it was illusion, very comfort for our brain. And if it's okay, it's normal, and brain in a comfortable. But now we understand that no stability, and it's never been the past too. But our illusion and crashed. And when I feel bad, what I can to do? I can say, I worry now just about the fact that my basic needs are crushed. I worried now just about my illusion of stability are crushed. And when you talk about it to yourself, you become calm, because you have some points to understanding, and your mind become more calm too, because he heard that you have a chat with him. And oh, is it okay? Is it okay? I can go. And what I can do for myself in this situation, we need to give the brain some routines. It may be morning or evening or afternoon or something else routine. For example, I have my morning routines. I'm getting up early, and I have a checkpoint that today I've done it. I have a morning meditation, and I have my morning Italian lesson English. And to afternoon, I'm a superhero for myself, because every my main points I've done, and my brain feel comfortable, because I'm superhero right now. Not a lot of work will be in the future. I'm superhero right now. Everything main is done, and it's comfortable. We need to transfer the stress hormones, because adrenaline, cortisol are dancing in our body. And if you have it 3 minutes, give something very little for your body, because cortisol need to be using in another way. And for example, if you have 5 minutes with your favorite song, it's okay. Nothing more, not our workout, not something to go to the suicide, just a little help for yourself. And yes, you're not a superhero. It's like sorry. Next one is a fears. We have a fears, for example, in this situation, we have 3 main group of heroes. Is fears about health, about our relative health, about our health, about our psychology health, and something else. It's nervous about money, because everything crashed. And is fears about unknown situation. Nobody knows what we need to do right now to be successful tomorrow. It's dangerous. It's dangerous for our mind. And what we need to do with this, we need to catch our fears. And we need to do a work with it. We need to get the paper, get the pen, and write, this is my fear. And it's worrying me. I'm in connection with it every day. I have not so much nervous to it. And I thought that you need to understand, this is not depend on me. I can do nothing with it. It's step by step, something will be, I don't know what, but something will be without me. And another one, what depends on you, and when you can do for this situation. For example, your morning routine, come on. it's in our, it's now. Okay, it's our strategy. And what I do for myself, when I have a very big panic about my family in Russia, it's really very good exercise, and I want you to do it. I done it with my family. Maybe you need it with your deal or with your relationship or with something else. I've done it with my family, and in my worst case scenario, it's really like a shooter, because I have a very big family. But in my worst scenario, I have a picture that everybody died except my little brother, and I need to do step by step all the documents. I know what I need to do with money. I know which kind of school he need to go, and it's not very comfortable exercise. But after this, you have the strategy for everything in the world. Nobody become dead in my family, but if it will be, it's gift me like a calm right now. I'm not have a crash dancing in my mind about it. And I understand that it's a very, very good story for our brain. One, most positive. Yesterday, I will have a lot of money from my business. One, most negative. What I will to do if everything will crash. And one, close to realistic. And our brain become calm. Oh, you're really good friends to me. You know, yeah, I know what to do. I have not to be nervous in every time and find the corner, find the situation. And it's maybe like a shooter, okay? And it's our goal to keep mind in comfortable zone. But if you have a plan, your mind become a comfortable zone in every situation. And I want to say with you about resource, activation your resource. After you have work with the goals, you need to do something very, very pleasure for you. Maybe it's your favorite coffee, maybe it's your favorite person, maybe something else. But to be more powerful, you can write. It's very, very important to write with the pen on the paper, because yeah, it's very important. Yes. And what good situation have I got in this moment? What is gave me the good? And it's really about powerful. It's really about energy. It's really about calm, but you need to do it after you're working with fears. And before the next, I want to show you a strange example from my life. In the next slide, I will show you an exercise. This will be the finished exercise, but it's I have very strange situation. When I was in Russia and I was on my way to Italy, I looked on YouTube at something like a TV show. It was a show when 10 businessmen going to another country without money, without mobile phones, and they have a task to survive and to develop their success. And they went to some Arabican country and have, without languages, this situation. And I thought, oh, I wonder, how can it be in a foreign country without language and without money and without phone? And when I come to the Italy, everything crashed. I don't know why. It was really a situation when about quarantine, people who need to get me the money card lose it. I have not a telephone card about fiscal code. I have no, I'm not speak Italian, but nobody on the street speak English. And in one moment, I understand that I have an answer. I ask to the field, I have an ask, and I have the answer. And in that moment, I thought that it's maybe a good strategy. When you ask a field or a world or a planet, something, or maybe your brain, and to get answers. And the second exercise is I want you to write with the pen and the hands 100 questions. I wonder how it when. I wonder what will happen if. But it need be the very positive questions, not about how it be in the foreign country without money and telephone. No, how it be very helpful with a lot of money, how it be when you have very successful projects, and the same. And when you ask it, you will have answers in your life, and it's give you a lot of energy, a lot of power, a lot of interesting new situation, because we can't be the closer to the new. It changes time. We need to be open to the view. But now we have an opportunity to get the choice what kind of new we want to be open for. And I think it's really the portal to success. But after you done it, it's really very strange things going on. For example, a few days later, I'm in my neighborhood. She saw a TV show on her iPad, and there were 3 girls who were hit hard by their husband. And I asked in my mind, I wonder how you can be in relationship and not notice that a person is very aggressive. And Ksusha stopped. You wanted to know how to be very happyful in the good relationships. When you do it in a positive vector, you can stop it. When you do it unconsciousness in your everyday life. Because if I'm not write it, I'm never catched this I'm never be able to catch this moment in my reality. But now when my brain can do it, he do it. Okay, and it's summary. We talk about everything of it before, but like last page. I'm done.
Thank you.
Very
Do you have questions?
Yeah.
Yeah, questions, girls?
I don't have questions, but I think that is so important to think about it when you explain the exercise, to think about the most positive thing and the most negative, and then summarize in a realistic thing. I think that it is important to find a new comfort zone in this moment, and not thinking that you have to change your way to be active or something like this, but only to understand that it is abnormal. I don't know if I can say it, but situation, and we have to act in this situation. So thank you.
Grazie.
Yeah, I really want to thank Kseniia for this session. I mean, it's not easy to speak about this. And I mean, it's even more because, as she said, I mean, I'm not super comfortable with the language. So, you know, explaining this kind of processes that are happening in our mind with anxiety, with fears are not easy. Are not easy for me that I'm a psychologist, so I can imagine. I can imagine for you, no, that you are speaking in another language. So, but you are very brave, and this sharing for the others, I think it's really for all of them. And I invite everyone to contact also Kseniia for understanding the exercise that she's doing, or if you want to have some suggestions, you know, I'm trying this, but this is not working. I mean, it's really important to work on anxiety, fears, to try to understand how to deal with the situation and crisis. And people are the best resources we have. And this is what we have in ICHEM. We have people, we have the resources. So it's really important that we use the resources. And this marvelous volunteer we have now, that it's really supporting us from Rome, it's really giving us a lot. So thank you very much, Kseniia. Really thank you. And I think this work you did is super valuable for everyone. And I hope that some people can you know, kind of learn from your braveness, from your courage, and then they try to do the same. And also they can start out to say overcoming some of their fears, some of the anxiety to face the situation. So really thank you.
Can I ask you, Sarah, do you have something new or not? You're a psychologist and you know a lot of things. I know from a very super channel from England that you are the best trainer on the earth. And do you have something new?
No. It's not counting, you know.
It's like lipstick.
So what was the question?
My question, do you have something new or not?
Do I have something new, or do I hear something new?
Do you have something new from do you get something new from my presentation to you? To something usable for you or not?
Okay. I mean, actually, I mean, what I really like is the fact that this concept are really basic for you know, and a psychologist, and this is the first steps you need to use to face anxiety and fear. And actually, what was really what I got from your presentation is the easy way you transform it to share it with the others. So I think, you know, usually when I have to think to explain this to others, some very complicated theories comes into my mind, no? But you manage to translate it in a more, let's say, easy way. So that's what I get from
because of my English, Sarah. It's not because of my English.
But that's the point. So even using a language that is not yours, even, you know, speaking about something that is complicated, I think that then the others can say, but I think that you managed to pass the message. I think you managed to really share what you wanted, to give something. And that's, I think, what I got from the presentation, so that we can be even easier and to approach people in a more friendly way. So thank you for that.
Someone else or not?